everyone! Today's video is very exciting because I'm going to be announcing this year's round of a very merry readathon. I don't even know what round we're on. I think this is round 5 because I know I created it the same year that I created my channel, which was in 2016, so does that make this round 5? I'm not sure. I can't do the math right now because I'm so excited. The reason I am extra excited for this year's round is because we have a special theme this year. So all of the challenges are themed around A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, which is one of my favorite Christmas books and films. So this year I just want to make it extra special and do a whole theme around it. So we have 5 reading challenges that are all based off of different characters from A Christmas Carol, and during the week we're also going to be doing a watch-along of one of the many versions of A Christmas Carol, and we have a group book this year, so it's just an extra special year for Christmas. Now before we get into the reading challenges and all of the info, let me introduce you to my lovely co-hosts that are back again this year. So of course we have Vanessa over at Paper Fairy, Melissa over at The Bookish Babbler, and Krista over at The Bookish Porcupine. I will leave links to all of their channels in the description box, so you should definitely go over and subscribe if you have not already. So now let's jump into all of the festive info. So most importantly, the date that it'll be taking place this year is December 13th through the 19th. So it's 7 days long, and then we have 5 reading challenges, which like I said are all based off of different A Christmas Carol characters. Reading challenge number 1, we have Scrooge, and that is to read a book with a gold on the cover because as we know, Scrooge really likes his gold and his money. So as per usual, I always like these challenges to be really simple to complete, so this could be the tiniest speck of gold on a cover and it will count for this challenge. Challenge number 2 is The Ghost of Christmas Past, and this challenge is to reread a book from your childhood or an old favorite. There's just always something about the holidays that makes me want to reread some of my old childhood favorites, so I knew I wanted to incorporate that into one of these challenges, and hopefully you guys will enjoy reading some older or childhood favorites also. Challenge 3 is The Ghost of Christmas Present, and this is to read a book that you feel like reading in the present. This is very reminiscent of the challenge that we have had every single year, which is to read a book just because you want to, so this is basically the exact same concept for this challenge. Challenge 4 is Ghost of Christmas Future, and that is to read a book that intimidates you. So this could be for any reason, whether it's the size of the book because it's a lot of pages, or because there's a lot of hype surrounding the book so you're intimidated by it in that way. It could be for absolutely whatever reason that you want that this book would intimidate you. And finally, challenge 5 is Tiny Tim, and that is to read a book with disability representation in it. I know that that's definitely something that I don't read enough of or see enough of in literature, and I actually recently came across a lot of book recommendation videos specifically for books with disability representation in it, and a lot of the books in those videos I rarely ever see mentioned on BookTube, or maybe it's just not the kind of BookTube that I'm watching. So I hope that some of those books can get a little bit more attention through this challenge, because it's definitely something very important and something that a lot of people deal with every single day, so it would be really nice to have more of that representation in literature and on BookTube. We also have a bonus challenge this year, which is to read the group book A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. I'm going to be rereading it this year. I think I read it for the first time last year, and reading it and loving it was what really inspired me to want to base my whole readathon around it this year. So hopefully some of you will also join in on reading this book with us. As per usual, when it comes to the challenges, you can double, triple, quadruple up on as many challenges as you'd like. I always say if you can find one book to fit all 5 challenges, then do that and let me know what it is in the comments because I'd like to read that book also. Like I said at the beginning of this video, we are going to be doing a watch-along of one of the versions of A Christmas Carol. Maybe we'll even do 2 watch-alongs of 2 different versions depending on what people like. So I think we're going to probably run a poll on the Twitter account, which is at Merry Readathon. You should go over and follow us there for Twitter sprints and reading updates and all of that jazz. So I think we're going to run a poll over there to decide what version we'll watch, and then also to decide what date it's going to be taking place on. So yeah, I think that is all the information you need for this readathon. Again, it's going to be happening from December 13th through the 19th, and I hope that you will be able to join in on the festive fun. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!